time. Birthday greetings, bottle of wine.
I'm Tom Brady. I'm Executive Director of FolkTime. We're a peer-run organization for adults with a mental illness.
Well, I have an apparent impairment of which I dare share, for my apparent impairment is that I do not care. Well, I do not care about much, except for the likes of you. I care about your touch and all the things you do. I love and miss you greatly if I have gone away. But
I was told about Sarah because she was really struggling. She would come and then she would start to cry. She'd get very depressed. She'd say, I'm gonna go home and kill myself.
Sarah was the most beautiful baby ever. She was born in an afternoon and had the most beautiful blue eyes, and her mother was married a couple of times, and she bounced around for a while with her mom and her brothers. In her senior year, she decided she wanted to join the Navy.
I joined when I was 17, and I really wanted to be a draftsman. I wanted to create flyers and create posters and do art and everything like that. But that rate was closed.
She was going into the Secret Service part of training and was going to South Korea. The torture and things that people are put through was something she couldn't be involved in. She had suffered a mental illness, a breakdown, and was discharged early from the Navy.
And that's when I found out that I had PTSD and bipolar disorder. And about 4 years after I had first gotten into the hospital, I started hearing voices.
She was pregnant when she was in the hospital this last time, but instead, well, you know, she'll have the child, but she will never leave the hospital again. She's just, there's no hope for her.
Being Vietnam era myself, I have seen what happens to veterans when they don't receive help. That's why you've seen a lot of homeless Vietnam era vets, a lot of suicide in Vietnam era vets. So I decided to do something for veterans that would be a new approach. Based on what I had learned at FolkTime, which is just being a person with another person with a similar lived experience, can open a lot of doors.
I was a sailor, you know, I was very respectful and didn't smoke anymore, you know, didn't know how to be a civilian anymore. And then to have an assault and everything and go through that and become so depressed that I, you know, become suicidal and then find out that I have all these other problems, you know.
They're not broken, but they think they are because they just don't know what to do. That's how we want to engage with them and say, you know what, it's okay. Let's figure something out.
Right. My life has just changed. Started going to FolkTime, pursuing all my recovery elements, and soon I'll be a full-time mommy and full-time wife, and everything else will just kind of fall into place, I hope. I met Michael. Very first day of high school, I walked up to him, started talking with him, instantly fell in love with him. And we have a beautiful 2-year-old daughter, Sapphire Phoenix Moscone. Mike and I have been together throughout my entire bout with illness for the past 4 years.
I never lost hope or confidence that Sarah was going to recover and heal, and that one day we would all be able to come together and be a family once again.
And I would like to call some of the people who said she'd never make it and say, "Nanner, nanner."